Mike Krykewich was born in 1965 in Grandview and is renowned as a baseball coach of provincial Manitoba teams at virtually every level. Congratulations on your induction as a player builder, Mike. And with a coaching record like yours, was there any one experience that stands out as a career highlight for you?
Well, there's so
Lots
many.
of them, eh?
There are lots of them. There are, but I think with the university program, I think when we became established in the NAIA and we kind of saw the program come full circle. And when that happened, it kind of gave the impression that we've arrived. And that would probably be one of the highlights, a recent highlight. But I probably, if I sat there and you asked me tomorrow, it probably would be a different one.
As I mentioned, you coached so many provincial Manitoba teams, including the Manitoba Select Team for the Canada Cup. Is there one of those teams that rose above the others, perhaps?
I think one year in our 2005 year Canada Summer Games here in Regina, we had a really good ball team there. It was a 19 and under tournament at that time, and we played very well. We played very well at that time, and we had a couple of injuries, prior to the tournament there with Steve Kletke going down, and then we had Jeff Thompson that had arm surgery. And I think we had those two guys. We really, I think, would have been in contention for a medal, but the guys battled really hard. And one of those, I would say that team is one that stands out for me.
You were a guest coach with the women's national team in 2009, and you received Baseball Canada's Coach of the Year award. Have you got a trophy or a plaque on the wall to recognize that?
I have it in a box in the basement. It's actually a bat.
A bat.
Right, it was an engraved bat, but it's in the basement amongst some of the other bats that I have.
Kind of nice to have recognition like that, though.
It is nice, but at the same time, there's a lot of other guys that have done a lot of work too.
Also on your resume, we see coaching internationally in Cuba, in Japan, at the World's Children's Baseball Fair, and you were even in England to promote baseball in that country. No doubt these were rather different coaching situations.
Absolutely. I took a high school team to Cuba one year, and just the lifestyle and seeing them play the game compared to we play the game is totally different. They're playing it to get off the island. When I went to Japan, it was a totally different lifestyle once with the language and everything like that, and it was just a great experience.
How about England? We never hear about that.
There isn't much in England, but I had that connection through my wife. My wife was British, and when I went over there, to visit, I volunteered for a few camps that were over there. And to be very honest with you, I couldn't find a ball field. We did everything on the soccer pitch.
Right. Here's another special baseball credit. You served as vice president in both coaching and marketing while on the management committee of Baseball Manitoba. After all of that, did you ever think about going into politics?
Never. Board positions are tough. Volunteer boards are hard, as you know if you've been on them.
Right.
And they were fun. Well, it was fun. It was a good time to do it when I had the time. But politicking, never.
Do you see much change in how we're governing baseball in Manitoba now?
I think the thing is that it's volunteering. It's very difficult. I think to get volunteers, and I think the people that are in those positions right now are giving the best that they have and all the energies that they have. And I think that's something that's been consistent. I think throughout the time that I've been involved with Baseball Manitoba.
Well, you volunteered your time to start a baseball program at the University of Winnipeg, as you mentioned earlier. And I understand you had very little funding to get it rolling, but then you got it recognized official status with the National A1A or AIYA program.
Yeah, it is a challenge. There's no question about it. And probably when you hear me speak tonight at my induction, there's probably one thing is that I love that the program got where it was, but the one thing that I just couldn't really get is to have the university recognize it to the point where they would fund it and hire a coach to take it to the next level. And I just felt that was one thing that I didn't get done.
That's the one regret you have.
That would be the one regret I really have.
Was there any particular baseball manager, Mike, or coach that you patterned your work after over the years?
Well, there's a couple. The one specifically that I think I would pat her on the way it was my uncle. My uncle's here in the Hall of Fame, Tony Krykewich, he's here. And he'll be here tonight. And I probably have modeled myself after Uncle Tony quite a bit.
Any regrets along the way in your coaching career?
I think the last one about not getting, I think, the university program to where it was at. I got it to, I think, a point where I kind of plateaued out. And I just wish that maybe it would have got a little bit more of a zip. They hired maybe a coach or something like that. But that's to be seen in the future. Who knows?
Mike, you still have a keen baseball interest, I'm sure?
Absolutely. My son plays bantam. I'm helping out with his team. I've just turned my energies from the university program to him. And I have no regrets in saying I have to leave the university program when I see him playing.
And what does it mean to you to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame?
It's a shock to me, really. There's a lot of people that I think are deserving of being in this hall. I think with me, it's just a collection of all the people that have helped me along the way, coach, play, and it's really a summation of all those people, not just myself.
Our congratulations, Mike. Mike Krykewich, who has been inducted into the Shrine of Baseball in Manitoba.